just to kind of show off what I got, I've got 2 of the endings. My very first one in my regular game was the Usurper ending. The game I got in New Game Plus was the Fired ending, where I basically followed Death's orders to a T, pretty much, besides for a couple things, and not really caring. But I did get Chaos, Low Prosperity, Low Ecology, and Low Health as just part of these endings that I got. But I'm hoping that with being able to go through this, we can get something more interesting and new. But from what I can tell, there's not really anything different from the New Game and New Game Plus, from what I can tell, but I'm just gonna do New Game Plus. But
lemon, spice, and human eyes. These were the ingredients chosen to make the perfect little Grim.
Finally, the new spawn has awoken. What a momentous day. I am honored to welcome you into our world. Spawn... hang on. Spawn number 37.
I'm kind of curious how the number changes each time.
I am Fate. I am the keeper of world order.
You meet again.
We have not met before. Are you feeling well? Anyway, welcome to your new job as an overseer of Cosmopolis City Subdivision 4, the Sun County Wine Region. I know what you are thinking, and yes, your assignment is choosing humans who have to die. Pretty standard stuff.
And I'm just gonna completely ignore his rules and just get to choose to decide who gets to choose who lives.
As it is your first day, try to get to know the system. And do not destroy the world, yes? Gallows humor, you see? Right, yes. Clear?
Extremely. I'd like to get to work right now.
Oh, the commitment. Yes, onward to your workplace. One more thing. This will be your 7-day evaluation period. When the week is done, you will be assessed. 1 week to show us what you are made of, Reaper.
I got all the equipment and stuff, so let's see, so I'm gonna put away the stuff that's not really that important. I wish I knew what this thing did, but I don't know. Stick with this one because I like that one the best. Put the fidget spinner away, coin away. Oops. Yeah, I still don't know what the lamp is supposed to do either, but got a little calendar. I'll put the cactus away. Leave the cat out. Close the drawer. So one person supposedly has to die. Let's see here. So we have Kamala. And we have Uther. Kamala has been into robotics since parents gave them a mechanical construction set, used it to work for space exploration. Avid fan of action films. Interesting. More than that, Gunther finds himself in dangerous situation due to career's nature and profession. Haven't had a chance to build a family because of the risky life choices, and hope to settle down eventually. At the moment, they're undercover working for a minor drug lord, trying to expose corrupt police. Let you live. Yeah, sure, I'll let you live.
Oh, the new Deathspawn. Welcome. How was your first day?
I don't know.
Okay, I know it is your first day, but you cannot let everybody live. All our choices have serious consequences, even if you cannot foresee them.
I suppose it's very fair.
That is what I am for. Trust me, and I will guide you. It will be for the benefit of everyone.
Yeah, I know what you're up to, so let's skip this.
Me? I am to check your work and educate you on any errors. But if you are so confident as to know better than me, all right. Let us see how you manage.
Yeah, so
I have
basically
great
he wants
hopes
to
for
exterminate
you.
all humans.
Do not disappoint me.
So there's a fun thing to do with
Welcome back, good customer. 'Tis nice of ye to visit me emporium again. Though I may have little to provide ye.
Want to buy my awards plaque?
Nay! You're taking a piss, right? Why'd I ever be interested in utter junk?
It's not proper junk, it's like proper treasure.
Mortimer knows what treasure is. And that ain't no treasure. Be off and return when you're ready to do business again.
Well, I do want to do this here. Off to bed to end the day. Do your job. Let's see. One info technology has to die. Well, we'll see about that. Let's see. And we'll go Alejandro. Alejandro is well regarded due to the memorizing voice work, quick wit, and spicy hot takes, especially themselves through cosplaying as their favorite video game, television show, and character. Also, it has some problems with painkillers. Forenzo is an avid interest enthusiast, spending all their waking hours tracking stock prices and buying and selling stocks randomly. Despite having zero knowledge of economics and no desire to learn, they have successfully convinced people on social media to invest in them. Pro gamers started playing competitive games and they loved believing in themselves when no one else did. They kept getting better, but life kept getting more difficult. Edwards really have a good shot at making until they got scandal. Interesting. Well, we don't want you. Well, let's see, so, kind of torn between, put down my pen, that, so I don't know, let's live. I think that's for the best.
Grim, how was the second day on the job?
More or less like the previous time.
Oh, you mean like yesterday? Yes, I suppose so. I see many deaths in your region today.
Oh my.
Too many.
Oh my, precious rules.
Exactly. That is exactly what you did. Unfortunately, such errors mean I must dock your pay for the day. You may leave, Grim.
Sounds great.
Great indeed. We could use more spawns with your attitude. I appreciate the enthusiasm, generally, but do follow the rules. Good night.
Okay, we're set. What do you have to offer me?
Jolly Roger! Again ye honor me, tiny abode, with your visit.
Nothing requires. Off to work. Good mail. So apparently two humans have to die. Let's see. Let's see, I'll decide his later. Okay. Satya is just making some extra money providing teaching services in a couple wealthy private households. They're serving up a lengthy worldwide trip during which they plan to visit as many countries as possible. Avid flyer, kite fly. Sure, I like that. Stewart, songwriter who, after many years of hard work, still doesn't seem to catch a break. The original material doesn't grab people, which is why they became an impersonator of a famous singer, Carther Kep, also known as the Count. The career seems to be on an upswing. Sure, I'll let you know. Nesca has never been particularly sporty, but is gaining fame in the axe-throwing community. Their talent for sport was discovered in rather unfortunate circumstances when they threw an axe at a sheep 2 meters away and hit. They got out of juvie only a few years ago. Sure, I'll let you live. Columbia is a distinguished war veteran these days, working as a well-regarded passenger airplane pilot, happily married and have 5 kids. As a hobby, Columbia is extremely interested in history and religious beliefs. Once during a routine burglary, Helen got attacked by a kid who was unintentionally left behind by their victim. Oh, like a Home Alone. The curse made them appreciate the quiet days far more. Usually they leave a clean house behind, sometimes even doing the dishes.
Grim, my latest spawn. 3 days you have been with us. How do you feel?
I feel like getting back to work without having a lengthy chance.
Oh, the rush of youth. I remember it well. Okay, get on with it. I shall waiver your assessment for today. There really is not much else to say. You may leave. See you tomorrow.
Prepare for a perilous adventure on the ocean of quality merchandising.
So the price of the eraser goes up each time you use it. Which is interesting. Because there's an achievement that you have to use it 10 times. 3 humans have to die. Let's see here. Cavalier, a heavily Calvinist devout member of the church, weakness for pastries and crime novels. He's reading a book about crafting monks in secluded monasteries. They have dreamt about saving their families using fancy detective abilities. Little do they know, this is exactly opportunity to present yourself. Sir, surely you live. Leon Hopswicks, can't even count the amount of shoes they made. They dream of making shoes that gives an understanding of how it feels to be other people's shoes, because actually wearing other people's shoes doesn't really give any particular insights. Sure. Scott works as a dentist, but sometimes regrets not becoming a scientist. Thinking too late to switch gears, they occasionally quench their thirst for science by inventing new truth-filling materials. Sure. Tej McGold, renowned professor of mathematics who enjoys challenging their students with nigh unsolvable equations. It's the best way to force them into being more inventive and creative, they say. Lately, they started tutoring a gifted janitor with a troubled past. Project manager Jackson, who doesn't seem to get a break. They manage various projects, which somehow all end up failing. They used to be married, but nothing lasts forever. The pet goldfish died one day, the bike always seems to have a flat tire, and this is just beginning. Grandma, I'm watching. You should mark this profile to live. You have to say so, buddy. Say, boss, what do you have to say?
What in the name of highest management do you think you are doing? You cannot keep sparing every person. The equilibrium is at risk, and here you are, leading everyone to a catastrophe. This is your third and final warning. If you continue with this misguided rebellion, I will be forced to terminate your contract. Do your job. Now get out.
That's really what you say. And I followed your words. You just led it to misguided things.
What ho!
Nothing.
How can me humble and not at all adventurous self assist you today?
Spare humans with the science, 2 humans have to die. Okay. See, Verna wanted to have children. They outlived all their friends, Philip cats, staying their time in their tiny apartments. Vera spends most of the time inside memories, not bothering to make new ones. Sorry. Bruno is a mercenary or he's ready to work if I is bitter, currently stationed in Ferrodin with government contract providing security services. They act tough and gung-ho to cover up the fact that they haven't been trained properly to act in the combat zone. Maybe. Sierra contains a masonry of fashionable art, mixture of intricate science, and impressive monetarily. That convinced that Cosmos City needs a construction proper city wall again. When the adolescent Harry poked a few fell suits with a pen, they realized that this moment onward that their best friends will only be found on a page of books, as the friends they cannot be directly poked out with pens. Archaeologist, legitimate researcher with grade Tomb Raider. Consensus has not been reached yet comes to this noted archaeologist. For the last 5 years been digging up artifacts. Deeply intrigued by the universe and its mysteries, but doesn't enjoy leaving their hometown. This would never consider boarding a spaceship, but they love to look at the surface from the comfort of their own home. Having witnessed quite a few UFOs, they're slightly worried about the UFOs visiting us. I'll have Henry live. I'll have... You only said 2, right? Yeah. Trying my best to try and help do the best for the world, but
Knock, knock.
yeah, I know what you are.
Good. Round we go again. Didn't think you had it in you. I'm sure everything will turn out different this time.
So the voice in our head, I never really understood what they are, but they're supposed to be guiding us to the right path, I think. Pals, right? Any suggestions?
Keep them guessing, and watch your back, Reaper.
What a day, Grim. What a day. Let us go over your conduct first. Good. I see the correct amount of profiles. Today seems to be in order. Anyway, Grim, 5 days you have been with us. How does it feel to make the difficult choices?
I like it at first, but I've got to enjoy it.
Ah, I told you one would get used to it. At least, I hope I told you. Corporate motivation and all that. But think of the humans. Do you think our office is the appropriate way to deal with them?
Absolutely.
Your certainty soothes me. Ours is the tradition, and those should not ever change. For that is the meaning of a tradition. This control over all the lives, unbeknownst to the humans. Do you not consider it unethical to make the choices you make?
Not happy about the situation, no.
Yet you have no opportunity to elicit a change. It may sound unfair, but it is not. The office is perennial and venerated. Eons we have spent designing the appropriate methods and strategies. We know what we are doing. Oh, I do apologize for taking up so much of your time. Before you go, are there any questions you would like to ask me?
Not really.
Right. It has been enlightening. I bid you a good night. See you tomorrow.
Have ye seen such deals before?
Have anything to offer?
'Tis ye who plunders me.
Off to bed. And off to work again. Let's see. 6 after die? Jeez, okay. But Paravi Warrium, avid reader, student art history, comes from a rough background, grew up in a poor neighborhood. Seek higher education. Sure, I'll let you live. Siki enjoys university life, does not want it to end ever. That's why they're changing the merit major for a 3rd time. Also deep in debt and afraid about their professional prospects after they finally finish school. Hi, buddy. Field hand lives the country life, always brags about having them jeans, rock truck, closest to earth. Large amount of time spent with the scarecrow, like they're drinking cheap water. I'll let you live, I guess. Of repeats, especially those with pineapple toppings, as they should be. They attempted to become a millionaire by age 30, but ended up homeless instead, so they did not lose their love for writing poems and pineapple pizza. Letting you live. I love pineapple on pizza. Mario's all about living in the past. Their past long forgotten, several years. Moved to live near the glacier on Northern Point. Mario's always loved mountaineering, photography, discovering modern day. Metal Examiner works focused on bloodstained pattern analysis, but they also lead a parallel life as a vigilante serial hunting down murderers to escape the justice system. This diversified portfolio keeps them very busy, leaving scarcely any time to relax. Does her in peace, though. Married for 40 years, Ethel's extremely fair and understanding. They consider being a grandparent to the most important role yet. They try to be cool, but have trouble understanding why some of the grandchildren aren't allowed to eat meat or peanut butter sandwiches. Sure. The youth Evelyn read works of Evelyn Jules, author of fantastical adventure novels. Inspired by the novel Teenage Commander, they decide to become one. Commander, that is. They themselves and drive thousands of leagues under for the best. Speaking of the guy who liked pineapple on his pizza.
Ah, Grim. It looks to be a rough day out there. New recruits often falter during dark time. As I thought, you have marked fewer deaths than necessary. What happened?
That'll do my way.
And you consider your way supreme over others? Would you kindly pay more heed to these matters in the future? We must focus. Let us hope these days do not continue. Any idea what happened?
Don't you know what happened? You're in charge after all.
Yes, I am. And yes, I do. Yet what use is a Reaper who cannot discern the situation from the details in front of them? Your answer would intrigue me, yes?
Maybe it's an industrial accident of some sort. It felt toxic.
Interesting. An insightful streak may yet rattle inside that skull of yours. Hmm? Off you go now, Grim. Good night.
Hey, Marvin.
Good patron, me ship of goods is at your service.
So expensive. Anything interesting here? Hey, guys. The air is eerily cold as if frozen in place, too scared to move an inch. Hi.
Huh? What do you want?
Hi, I'm a new Grim, number 37. What's up?
A fresh-faced lemon head. Exactly what I wanted to see today.
Give me a second. Let's turn up the voice volume.
Hey now, Gus, play nice.
Well, seems I'm stuck with you now. You want to ask questions or something?
Who were you before?
What's that supposed to mean?
Are you ghost of a profile I marked to death?
Why does everyone think ghosts are dead humans?
I mean, you are kind of human-like.
Maybe folks should get over this common misconception. No, ghosts aren't mere residue, a relic of humans, animals, or whatever other entities. We're just ghosts. We're beings unto ourselves.
You have your beliefs, I have mine.
I am the ghost of a ghost.
How does that work?
How do you think? I ghosted around a long while, doing my ghost business, and then one day, I died. I know what you're thinking now, and yeah, there is a ghost apartment. Northeasterly direction down on floor 133. Not too busy over at Geisthorn, though. Ghosts don't die that often. Comes with the territory. Something else you wanted?
What do you do?
I'm the janitor. I clean up the damn mess you make.
What do you mean?
Liquor, spirits, booze, firewater, rock gut. You're daft or something. Ever looked in the mirror or thought about the clientele of this place? Where do you think the drink goes? None of you have a stomach. Anything you consume falls through the rib cage, straight to the floor.
I was wondering why this floor got so sticky.
Pretty gross, right? A gift to the world from all you pompous reapers. Or could be at least a little more considerate.
I appreciate you.
Gee, thanks. Something else you wanted?
How do you clean things anyways?
Simple. I float around and I possess stuff and make the stuff float into the trash bin. Like dust, for example. One dust particle at a time. Or the drinks. One droplet at a time.
Isn't that kind of inefficient?
It could use a bit of modernization, yeah? As if the highest management ever gave any thought to us lowly drones. We're all nameless custodians and spawns to them. Literally.
I'll make a name for myself, then they'll have to listen to me.
Don't forget us poor laborers when you're climbing the corporate ladder. Something else you wanted?
What can you tell me about the barkeep?
Sorry, they're hella cool.
Why, thank you. You're nothing but a sweetheart, ain't ya?
Her voice actor sounds so familiar, too.
Ah, shucks. You're the only one who truly treats Gus with respect.
Bye, nice talking to you.
Yeah, I gotta get back to work anyway.
What about you, Sherry?
Whoa. Hello there. I'm Sari, and I welcome you to Cerberus's Den, the finest drinking establishment this side of the void.
The voice actor... your voice actor sounds so familiar.
Sure as heck haven't seen you before. You must be brand new. Ooh, I approve of that outfit. Got that Stygian style absolutely locked in. So, how are you liking existence thus far?
Same as the last time I existed.
Huh. You're one of these odd reapers, aren't you? Always saying cryptic things. Can't blame you, though. Better to spice things up. This place can get hella boring otherwise. Okay, newbie, before we continue, I got this little, game I play with every fresh-faced patron. It's real simple.
Is it simple? Is it really simple?
All you gotta do is answer a series of questions, and I'll craft a personalized drink inspired by what you said. It's like a quiz.
To be honest, I already know who I am.
Huh, that's so.
Call me Equalizer, for I really like Book of Standards.
I get you. It's time for the borehole. Ah, you cracked it, Sari, once again.
Guabats? I don't know what that means, or if I pronounce it horribly right, because I feel like I horribly butchered it, but not to the bartender. The drink smooth away is rolling onto the coast, then receding gradually, constant rhythm of symmetrical alteration grinding off the edges. The taste recalls a harmonious interplay of physical forces, soothing a turbulent so, until all that's left is a polished plane of alabaster. It's almost a death-changing experience. I guess I like it.
Heck, an understatement of the century! Now what else can I get you?
What's folks in the office?
Heck, were I able to count and name all the folks? You likely haven't fully realized the size of this place. You've got you Reapers in all the myriad departments, the Custodian Legion, the weariless data grinders of the Calculatorium, the Abysmal Archive with its archivists. Cadaver Resources, they're just plain odd, but someone's got to deal with the internal issues. Middle Management, nobody knows what they actually do. Higher Management, but they don't visit us. Basically ever. Same with Fate. Many of the regular workers come by the den though, so keep your eyes and ears open. What else you got in mind?
What's your take on the janitor?
You've been chatting to our spooky one, eh? Don't mind the grump, it's a ghost thing. Gus especially has a pretty dang irascible nature, but there's a layer of performance to it. In truth, they've been hella helpful around the den throughout the ages, and I'm grateful for that. Besides, the office itself couldn't operate without Gus and company. What else you got in mind?
I'll be going now.
Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
Did I already talk to him? Seeing that he had nothing. Oh yeah, that's too expensive. I already talked to the boss. Today. And off to work for one last time. 2 human spare people who seem helpful against the trouble. Let's see. Tightness is lost of the air, though. Papagri is such a man to retire DH. Wealth, Forklift operator, Luigi's revolution, radical, avant-garde, hero to the people, ultimate underguard, vanguard of the change, blah blah. Live cruising around in the forklift at high speeds, which considering forklift is not very fast. And me is a gifted hunter who's recently found a way to make a decent living with a skill. They hunt the elusive mountain cats for their fangs, which are thought to be a cure. Sure. But it is built a website to lure people who like to gamble, but don't want to leave their house to do so. All the games are rigged, of course, and highly addictive. They have their games designed to appeal to people of all ages, social backgrounds, and you know. Mint, gang member. Mint comes from an abusive family, which ultimately made him very protective of their older sister. Mint would do anything to keep her safe. As such, they've allied with the toughest crime boss in their own district, who takes good care of their own. Nope. Bad choice. Silent works in Cosmic's courthouse. They have a few let goes in life other than becoming the world's fastest typist. this, or your fingers run across the keyboard like bolts of lightning, but they feel like there's more they can choose. Certainly trying my best here.
That wasn't so good, was it? It's okay. We can figure it out, make it work. Crisp and clear like the azure pond at the forest glade.
It's falling apart already.
You are. Don't let it. Heed the harsh reality. Find the doubt. Hammer it into a tool. You almost know it, don't you? It's very close, Grand Reaper. Be seeing you.
Taking with our boss.
Welcome, Grim. It is the end of the week. Your performance review draws near. How do you think you have been doing?
It's all going according to plan.
Interesting. Yes, your answer has been recorded for the psych eval. Now then, before the assessment, let us look over your daily conduct. I see the required profiles are all here. Excellent. This bodes well for the evaluation. I guess it is time to get started.
Wait, I want to ask about today.
Yes? What about today?
Did I make a difference? Did we help?
Oh, absolutely. Things are already looking up.
That's not a good sign.
Do not worry about it. Fixing the world is a slow process. So, keep at it. As long as you follow the rules, it will all get better. Now, where did I put those papers? Ah, here we go. Right. Looking at these stats, the numbers say you have performed adequately.
That's it?
Yes, basically. Unfortunately, adequate is not enough for a raise. Do not let this cloud your judgment. You still have much to learn and many rules to follow.
I like ice cream.
What? I swear, there must have been something off in the Grim Brew. Nonetheless, as such, your 7-day evaluation period has concluded. You have passed. That is all. Until tomorrow, Grim.
Check in with Mortimer.
Need ye cures for ailments or a trinket to ward off a curse?
Interesting plants. Whoa, plant departments represent.
Who? Where? Don't know what you're talking about, Sonny.
I know you. You're a plant department reaper.
Oh boy, our fame has traveled far, and we didn't even have to leave our desk. What are you bothering us for?
Just want to have some random questions.
Great. We just can't get enough of answering questions.
Is there really nothing unusual about the plant department?
Okay, we see you got a keen mind, so we'll let you in on a secret. But you didn't hear this from us. Gotta promise you won't spill a bean.
Promise him a word.
If at some point you break your word, beware. Our rhizome reaches far and wide, right into your room if need be. And these roots can rip the skull off a skeleton in an instant. Snap!
Yeah, just tell me the secret.
We're secretly growing a plant-based replacement of fate so we can overthrow this whole establishment.
Really?
No! Obviously we're joking. Or are we?
So what's your name?
Me? I'm Herbert. You know, sort of like a herb-ert. A herb?
Pleased to meet you.
Don't forget the green fella holding me up. That's my pal, Tim. Tim's a real hoot. Say hello, Tim. Hello, Tim.
You introduce Tim.
Tim's my partner. All root, stem, and leaf. Sometimes they bloom and have the most delightful aroma. Then the bees from the bee department find us very attractive. Anything else?
There's a bee department?
Of course. Makes perfect sense, don't it? Don't ask about the bee department. Anything else?
Alright, I'll catch you later.
Not in this lifetime, Sonny.
Hey, I guess I can't talk to Gus.
Hey, pleased to see you again. Ain't much happening here today. It's a slow Sunday. Anything I can get you?
What's with the do with the plants?
You mean my favorite pot chock full of plant department goodness? They usually drop in on Sundays due to an aversion of people, which is funny because they're really quite sociable. Personally, I love their quirky sense of humor.
Yeah, that definitely seems pretty quirky.
What else is there to say? Sure, what's your poison?
And but not really.
What else you got in mind? Au revoir, Lil Reaper.
I swear, the voice actor sounds so familiar. But off I go to bed. And with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this first episode of Death and Taxes. I hope to see you next time, and I hope the stars guide your path wherever they might lead you into the futures. And have a good day, night, week, month of your lives. Bye-bye, everyone.